What's up, you guys? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I am back with my girl Monique Nicole. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, you're a little low,
Uh-oh.
or
Is it?
maybe I need to turn mine up. That music was loud. I might have to readjust that music because it was. Maybe it's me. Hold on, say something.
Hey.
Oh, okay, you fine. I think I turned it down because the music. I
I
gotta readjust.
love that intro. That intro is
Thank
everything.
you. It's not as good as yours. I want to do the thing
Oh,
where
what?
I'm in it, and but
Yours is
now.
whoa. What? I love yours.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, hey, Tamisa. Hey, Daria. Daria was the first one here.
Yep.
That's my girl. Love, love, love you, Miss Daria. Hey, BFF. Hey, Tamisa. Hi, y'all. So we are going to get into it because I don't have Mo for a long time, but we're going to have a good time while she's here. So we're going to start out with Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is season 5, episode 9, To Be or Not to Be at Peace. And so, hey, LSW, I'm glad you guys were able to join us. I appreciate you. Sorry if it sounds like I'm rushing because I want to kind of keep a momentum going so that we don't get stuck into the minutia. So anyway, we start the episode off with Courtney getting the men's together to play basketball. They said they're different than women. They can talk it out and they'll just be kumbaya the next day. Okay, all right. So then Maurice is talking about opening up the first black title company in Huntsville. I need a soundboard. I'm about to get it. That's going to be next. Where I
That's
can get
next.
my applause. So that's dope. I love all of that. And then Martell releases his information that Mel has invited him to Destin. I'm sorry, lipstick look crazy. Destin, Florida, where he used to always take them. And I thought that was a great gesture. But Marceau, Maurice, everybody is wondering, is this going to confuse the kids? So I want to ask the question, Mo, before I give you his answer, do you think this will confuse the kids?
I think it's possible. Like, I think I agree with what Maurice was saying, which was they may know you guys are not getting back together, but they're children and that glimmer of hope still might be there. So seeing them in that dynamic might be oh, wait a second. This,
Yeah.
their kids are so young. So
Yeah.
they're not teenagers. They're pretty young.
Yeah.
So I can understand what Maurice was saying as far as
Yeah.
that goes.
Absolutely. Me too. What I hope is that there are clear rooms, like this is me in the kids suite and your suite is over there. Like
Right.
no sharing of the rooms, no, no nothing that's gonna give mixed signals. So I think we need to keep the make it feel platonic as possible so that they can just see this is mommy over here, this is daddy over here, and we're just coming together. So we can have fun with you guys. So
Yep.
I hope that that's how that goes. And
Right.
so Martell's response was they know divorce. They know that we're divorced. The little ones don't. They don't know. But they know their mommy and daddy don't live in the same house. But I don't, I don't think Sugar Mama knows. And I don't think Boss Baby. She may know, but I don't think so. She's so small. I don't think that she really understands the concept.
Right.
So he said, but they also know happiness. And so since we're in a good place, he thinks it's best that we have some good times as family and we're not fighting. What do y'all think in the chat? What do you think about a divorce? What do you think about a divorced couple? Who does that? Will and Jada and the ex, they all do it
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So it's quite possible. I mean, you do what you think is best for your family. So
Right.
it's good to them to not see them fighting. So I think that is a good image. So
Uh-huh.
I'm here with it. I'm here with that. So
Yep.
Stormy and Mel meets at this spiritual place. Now I go to a place like when I go get my Reiki done, My person, she has all that stuff. She sells crystals. She
Mm.
sells all of those things. She does readings. I love it. So
Wow.
this person looks like they actually have like a real storefront, but the person that does it, she just has a little suite where she does the Reiki, and then she has like a little area where she has like things for sale. So
Okay.
I definitely know that. And it was so funny because Mel is a Scorpio. She needs some black obsidian for protection. She kills me every time with this.
She be using her zodiac sign for every damn thing. Like, girl, they ain't got nothing to do with your zodiac sign. And she always, I'm a Scorpio. Y'all know I'm a Scorpio,
Oh
so
my
I'm
God.
a Scorpio. I'm like, damn, okay, girl, we
Girl,
get
get it tattooed on your head.
Scorpio. Might as well.
Oh, let me see. Mel mentioned on the show that they were going to counseling. It was a picnic scene, I think. Oh, okay. On this show, not the one we recapping because that part was back
It was a
sometime.
previous couple seasons
Yeah.
ago.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah. They are going. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. They need to go. Yeah, I think
They
so.
are.
And it shouldn't just be one or two sessions. It needs to be ongoing, especially while things are still kind of tense and
Yeah.
anybody can get ticked off for any kind of reason whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying we need to keep on working because you don't just change overnight. Some of these things you have to reprogram yourself.
Right.
Yes. You laughing at it should get tattooed across her forehead. Child. Something. Please put a Scorpio. Put it on your neck, girl. Something. So you don't have to say it every time you on camera. Okay, so they catch up on what happened at Madani, but most important, they caught up with the comeback group meeting about the people acting a fool on social media, i.e., Wanda and Mark, and it felt like they were just really talking about Wanda and Mark, but
Yeah.
Martell and Mel, y'all act a plum fool on social media as well. I just want you to know that. But it always seemed like it's pointed in someone else's direction. But I'm just saying.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
I will say though, it does feel like with Mel, I'll give her this. It seems like she more so retaliates
Yeah.
versus started. I'll give her that. I'll throw her that bone when it comes to that
Yeah.
stuff. She
Yeah.
usually retaliating versus being the initiator.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yep. So Stormy is having a peace party with all the ladies except for Kiki, basically. She named all these people, but it was all the ladies except for Kiki. We didn't resolve anything at Valentine's. Mel said that she's not looking to resolve anything. Mel said that she's going to have to think about it because she don't know. And I'm just like, Mel continues to ostracize herself out of the group. Like, this is an ensemble group. And what I will say is that, who are you going to film with? Like, I mean, you'll just keep on. You'll bring a Destiny on. You'll bring a Tiffany on. Then you'll bring a Stormy on. I mean, you have to bring people on to film, and then eventually, you don't be in a good place with them either. And then either the people, i.e., us, we're saying that they're boring and we don't want to see them. And girl, I don't know what you want us. I don't know why she keeps ostracizing. I mean, I understand protecting your energy and your peace and all that stuff, but I think Mel just takes it to another level. Like it just doesn't feel good. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Before y'all leave, make sure y'all click the like button and answer the poll before you leave. Okay. All right. Replay crew. This is Love and Marriage Huntsville. We should be finished very, very shortly, and we are going to be moving on to Child Married to Medicine, and we're going to save RHOP for the ending. If you're catching it on the replay, I'll get with you in the comments. So either way, if you're watching it live, share it with people who like to watch reality TV. Anyway, thanks for the support, and let me get back to the review. Okay. All right. Okay, so Courtney and Marcel get together about the commercial development. He takes them to the hotel that he built and all this stuff. And Courtney said he's looking to drop a bag and getting a return on his investment. I said, I know that's right.
They got money.
Like, Yes, I was not mad at it. And he was like, I'm not looking to do no work. I'm looking to get the money and get the money on the back end. That's what I'm trying to do.
I
I
know
said,
that's right. If you got it, why not? I mean, they got it. So shit, I
okay.
wish I had it. Lord, I wish I had it.
Exactly.
Mm.
So I love that grown man conversation that they had. They went into this office where they were talking, and Marcel was like, "Yeah, I can definitely do this." Courtney said, "No." Marcel said, "Is this Courtney and Stormy doing the business with me, or is this just Courtney?" He said, "It's always gonna be me and me and Stormy." I said, "All right."
I loved that.
I loved it. I loved it. I said, "Okay, Courtney, you can stay. You can stay. I like you. I
Stay,
like."
baby. I like the vibe. I like the vibe.
Yes, yes. And he said, me and Stormy made 20 million together. And then Marcel lies, allegedly, and says that they made 17 million with just him working. I was like, if y'all made $17 million, would y'all still be in that rental house, i.e., that Matchbox townhouse?
Ooh.
That you downsized to? I'm just saying.
The 17 does seem like a very precise, like.
He just wanted to go lower than 20.
Oh gosh,
I
maybe.
think he just wanted to go because he couldn't flex and go higher.
Right.
But all right, maybe it's tied up in some investments or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not liquid. Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah, no. So then Courtney was saying something about y'all can make more together. And then Marcel was like, no, we can't make more together because I don't really like the dynamic. Really, this is verbatim. This is not verbatim. This is just like a summary. And he was saying that he doesn't like to mix the business and the personal, and he just doesn't like to do it. And so Courtney called him out and said, I just don't think you don't like working with women. I said, tell the truth and shame the devil.
Right.
So, I mean, he already clocked it. I mean, if he's been watching, which he probably has been, he knows Marcel's MO, and he called him out.
And then those scenes where they're all hanging out, you don't know what dialogue is had that we haven't seen. So I feel like it wasn't just that conversation. It was that conversation with other stuff as well that's happened. That's what made him say that comment. I just think you don't like to work with women because you don't get that. I mean, you can get that from somebody off of one conversation. You can, depending on what they say. Mm-hmm. But I think he observed, he listens, and that's what made him say,
yeah.
But I will say on the flip side, I do, in some regard, understand and respect Marcel's position because it's not meant for every couple. It's really not meant for every couple. That is a lot to work together, business together, and then personal and family. It is not for everybody. We have seen couples fall apart simply just off of that. It's not for everybody. So I get what he's saying, but I will say I respect so much Courtney's position because you rarely hear men talk like that and talk about unity and partnership with their spouse. So I thought that was really amazing to hear that from a Black man on television.
Right.
Type of platform.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Kira, I'm still gonna give Marcel the side eye because you know, I still think that that Tisha does things. She does things. She said she bought the company out the red. She bought Martell's share where she's the majority. So she's doing some work.
Yep.
I'm not gonna be out there in the field building no buildings, but she does the work, and you're using her credit score.
Oh, hello.
Anyway, because you probably jacked yours up. Anyway, allegedly. So Kimmy and Maurice, oh my god.
Allegedly.
In the most heartbreaking scene.
Oh man.
Of
the night.
It was Kimmy expressing to
Jesus.
I forgot to do my screenshots. I definitely gotta had a couple of these screenshots because girl, This was a fool.
Ugh.
This was a fool. So she's expressing to him that she had a hard week and it was really, really hard on her, and that she was doing a self breast exam, and she found a lump in her breast. And on further inspection, she said she wanted to continue to do it. She also felt one in her lymph node. You know, you have lymph nodes in your neck, your underarms, your groin area. I believe those are it, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll double check and pin it in the comment because I don't want to give you incorrect. That's incomplete information, but for sure I do know that they're in those three places. Yeah. And so she said it was like a double whammy to her, and so she's very freaked out about it. It was so heartbreaking. It was so heartbreaking just to see her break down and tell the story. But I'm really glad that she had the courage to do. She said she didn't want to tape. She didn't want to film it.
Yeah.
She said she was going to stop filming altogether. And she was saying she's trying to be strong, and she said on June 14th this is what happened, and she was going to stop, but she said I shouldn't stop. If this is my journey to face, it may help one person if they see me go through my journey. So she's willing to take the journey, and all she can do is wait for the test, about 72 hours. She's really not trying to think the worst before she knows what it is. Girl, when I tell you boo-hoo tears, like crying, I was just like, whatever she's doing, because I did hear that she had it, but I think she's kept it on the wraps pretty good. She has. To be honest. So that is a shout out to her health, her physical health, and how she, a lot of times when you get diseases and illnesses and sicknesses, based on how you've kept your temple, is going to kind of like dictate. You remember how when Miss Girl came and they were saying, if you're get your immune system up, take care of yourself, make sure you're doing all the things. Same thing with these types of illnesses. And it was just so sad because she was trying to stay strong, but this broke my heart. And her crying, it really, really, really did break my heart. But I had my good eye on Maurice because I needed to see how he comforted her and how he was there for her. And I'm going to give another round of applause to Maurice. Maurice, you stepped up in a big, huge way.
Yep.
In a huge way. So, because I was watching him like
I've always said Maurice has his flaws. There's no doubt. He has his flaws, like we all do. But I've always said since season 1, out of them 3 men, he was my favorite. He's always been my favorite husband out of the 3. Now that we see Courtney has that number 1 spot. Right. And then as a secondary spot, I'm gonna give it to Maurice. And I've been saying that since season 1. So I commend him for how he supported Kimmy during that scene.
Yeah. And she's doing this strong Black woman trope. I wish we could unlearn it. We're not supposed to be strong for everybody. You gotta be strong for yourself. And that's what I want her to do. She said something that was so out of left field. When she said, I know you didn't sign up for this. And I was like, what? Kimmy, he did sign up for it.
Sickness and in hell.
I married you. Girl, what are you talking about? So she said that. And girl, his face looked like this. And that's how my face looked.
Right.
I was like, girl, what? Girl, be quiet. And you take the love that people are trying to offer support.
Yes.
Trust me, sometimes it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. He's very, very supportive. He was hugging her, he was caressing her, he was holding her hand. I
Yep.
was watching him like a hawk, girl. I was watching. And then she said, this is another thing. And I understand this myself because I'm one of those people. I will go inward. I will isolate. I will kind of withdraw from people. And she said
Yeah.
she doesn't want to shut her friends out, but she said she's afraid that she's not going to be able to handle, because you can tell she couldn't even handle it from her spouse, that the person that is sworn to give it to you.
Yeah.
She said with all of the outpouring of encouragement and prayers, it's going to make her feel sad. And so, if you keep bringing it up or you keep trying to, address it, and she may be not trying to think about it, but then somebody ask about, it's all of those things.
Yeah. And that's fair, because that's what happens when you do let everybody in. That's when it happens. And I get what she was saying, how she doesn't want to get her son worked up and worried, her mom, because it was still very early. Like, she hadn't even got her biopsy results yet. So it could have been benign. It could have been,
Right.
benign or whatever. So,
Yeah.
but she's kept it under wraps, even on social media. Like, in real time, I find myself questioning, does she have cancer or does she not? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if she kept it under wraps for the show or for personal reasons, but all I can conclude is there was an upcoming scene where she shaves her head.
Yeah.
That lets me know that she does have it.
Exactly.
She's been keeping it very private in real time on her Instagram. It's no
but
trace.
you know what? I think early detection is key. So ladies, make sure you're getting your mammograms, because it could be, you remember our girl Color Me Pink? She went through it not too long ago, and
Yep.
I think she was in stage 1. So
They
hers
caught it really early.
hers was fairly kind of, not taken away from nothing, because sometimes when it's more advanced, you got to do longer stretches of, or I think when Keisha did it, I think she just got the lump removed, and she just did some radiation and chemo for precaution, as a precaution. So yeah, so some people can bounce back. It just depends on early detection.
Yep.
So I just really want to send our prayers up to Kimmy, Maurice, everybody that is her support system. He said he was so sweet in that confession. He said, I just don't want to say nothing wrong. I just want to be what she needs for me. I was like, yes, come on, come through, Maurice. And then Kimmy wants to get things in order. She wants to have a living will and all of that stuff or whatever. So yes. And I want to say one other thing to you, Kimmy. I know you're not listening to me. However, maybe it'll get out to the universe. You cannot control life-changing events and situations. All you can do is allow people to step up into their roles and be there for you. And you have to be able to accept it.
Yes.
Because you're not always going to be the strongest person in the room, and you're going to need the support. And so I just want you to open your heart to receive. So
Amen.
that is it. Yeah. So let's move on to the peace party. You have anything else to say about that?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. So the peace party. Everybody came elegantly dressed. Stormy's estate looked beautiful. She had the like somebody, Rika and her my other BFF and her daughter, they do this thing where they set up and do decorate the areas, like if you want to have like a little dinner party outdoors, indoors, or whatever. It looks like she had that. She had the violinist, honey. I said, come on, the piece. Yes. So everybody came elegantly dressed. Tisha came in here looking like this.
Very basic, but
Girl.
to be honest, to be fair, Stormy was pretty basic too, and it was her event. So the only ones that dressed up was Tiffany, Mel, and I mean,
yeah, she had on, like, I think everybody had on like sundresses, like maxi dresses, except for Destiny and Kimmy.
Yeah.
But girl, she's definitely giving low vibration.
Low vibration.
Oh God, no. Okay, I'm just teasing y'all. Okay. Anyway, let's see where we at.
I love that word now. Low vibrations.
Excuse me. And Destiny brought her ass in there. See, you know what? Every time I try to give Destiny passes,
Yep.
always does something that just throws it.
Yep.
And look, like Heavenly said, that's when we go left. And you can always count on Destiny always going left. If she ain't nothing, she consistent.
This is true.
Honey,
This is true.
she comes in there with a +1. Now, I can see if you bought a +1 to the Galentine's event because it was at a event, like a what do you call it? Like a rented room, a party room.
Space, yeah.
Yeah. But bringing someone to someone's home and not clearing it with them and not
yeah,
I did not like that at all. I did not like it at all.
Yeah, she should have asked her ahead of time.
And Destiny was disturbed, but because we said this is a peace party, she kept it under wraps. Now I don't know if that could have been a diva. I'm sorry. Because sometimes she said she was very gracious. She did mention it like 3 times, child. But she said, I do have extra seating. And I put in here, Destiny has no coof. But I think I would have felt some type of way, especially if Destiny didn't handle it right. When she came in, it felt like she didn't like, hey, Stormy, is it okay? My friend, I brought my cousin or my friend here. I forgot to text you. I should have shot you a text before I came.
Right.
It was okay. Introduced her, do anything. She just goes, get a seat. And Stormy was like, hi. I was just like, oh. It was bad. It was bad. And like I said, if you let behavior continue and let things slide, people will continue to do it. So sometimes you gotta, politely say no. Exactly. And like I said, if it wasn't handled right, and I don't think it was handled right.
I agree.
And okay, so Stormy talks about her extending an olive branch to Destiny, and now they're in a better place. So I want to see if we all can get on the same accord and do the kumbaya. They're lighting sage and all this other stuff, and they're doing affirmations. I can be what I want to be. I can do whatever I want to do. Dream girl. This is Stormy. Then Tiffany says something crazy. You can always count on Tiffany to say something off. She's just like, not the sharpest knife. I always knew that if you wanted to change the world, that you have to go home and love your family.
Wait, what?
And change your mindset. I was like, girl, what? Child, I don't know. To me, I'm not fast forward. Fast forward. Mel's like, I'm blessed and highly favored. I want peace, love, and harmony. And then Destiny, with her uncouthed ass, starts to cough. I'm just like, oh. Anyway, and then Demi was like, if I did it once, I can do it again. Destiny talks about overflow. Girl, shut up. Next. And then girl, Kimmy, she actually breaks down, say, I can overcome anything. I can, overcome anything. And she's tearing up, and everybody looks shocked, like, what is going on? Because Kimmy, she doesn't emote like that. She doesn't like, hey, right. She doesn't really get emotional like that. And so everybody was kind of looking with the side eye. They also know that she doesn't really like hugs all that much. So I think somebody in the confessional said, well, she doesn't really like hugs, so I didn't hug her. But Stormy went, because Stormy doesn't know that. So she went over and she saw that she was like, you want to share? And she put her arms around her. She was like, I feel like you just need some comfort. And so I just wanted to hug you. Right. She said, no, she didn't want to share. Okay, fine. I'm glad everybody respected it. Nobody tried to push back. Okay. And then we play this lame ass game. But this game actually isn't lame. This is a communication game. I remember doing it in therapy, in counseling. I can't even talk. Couples therapy, and how, because you know how we would always talk and you would say something, but the other person would hear something totally different, something that what you didn't say, and so we would do these exercises, and the counselor would be like, say a statement about something that you want to address or something, and then before the husband is, or the partner or spouse is supposed to answer, they say, okay, so what did you hear? And so they'll frame the question how they heard it and interpreted it. I was like, I ain't say that. And so my son does it too. And they was like, don't worry, sometimes it's a projection. Say what you said again. Knowing what he heard, maybe try to change the wording around to see whether or not you can get clearly across what you're trying to say. So this is like, what I said, what you heard, and what did I mean. So it was like one of those type of things. So pretty much they went around the thing. Tisha declined. She was like, this short. You not pulling me into none of that. But Mel did end up saying that she did speak, because I heard that you thought I ain't speak, but I spoke. And I still feel like Mel doesn't take accountability. I mean, if you throw a hey out there and the hey is unintentional, and I'm in a crowded store full of people and got people around, I may not have heard that. I'm not saying that she owes me anything, but you came in there for what? I mean, it was my store, it was my grand opening, but Mel, she always just want to be under this guise of, I'm just being cordial, just I don't know. I don't got it with Mel, so then Destiny, her hard ass, she was just like, well, if you knew that she spoke to you, does it make a difference? And she just said no. And that's another reason why Melody doesn't want to continue to have these circular conversations, because they don't go anywhere.
Right?
Yeah. So sometimes there's no reason to expend energy if the conversation is not going nowhere and nobody's moving. If you want to keep being fake and cordial and hi, bye, if that's what it is, and that's just what
it's getting annoying. It's getting a little annoying, like the Destiny and Mel thing. At this point, I'm like, why did y'all even fall out? Because initially, I definitely blamed Mel in the beginning because of how she handled it, her lack of communication, the way she just cut Destiny. It was very just cut dry and it was unfair. But now I'm just like, and then we see next week they're gonna have some dialogue. So I don't know what's gonna happen this coming weekend, with the new episode. But I'm over it. I'm over
it. Exactly. All right, y'all let me know in the comments. You rate the episode between 1 and 10. Give me a rating, and we are going to switch on over, and let me know if you have any comments that you need me to read. Before I switch over my screen. Okay, Destiny gets on my nerves. Why is she so angry all the time? I know. Destiny is one of those people that are in their own way, and sometimes you just gotta let people fall on their ass, and eventually they'll get in. I mean, I don't want her to just keep on. Just get off the carousel, girl. It's like she on a merry-go-round. Girl, get off. Get off. Like, you don't. I mean, how is that serving you? Just being nasty and ornery for nothing. Like, girl, shut up. She got nerves. I'm sorry. She does, though. It's so irritating. And don't nobody want to be around that all the time. So, girl, lighten up, please.
Yep.
Lighten up. All right, y'all. All right, so we are going to move on to Marry the Medicine. This is the reunion part 3, y'all. This was long. So I'm going to try to, like, you see, I'm speeding through my words, trying to get this stuff off so we can get in and out with this stuff. Okay. So, Mo, we start off with the fellas, okay? And they're alone without the wives. And then we talk about the moving joke again, right? So Eugene looks embarrassed because they played the package. Excuse me. Eugene looks embarrassed Karen said it's not that serious. He was like, why is moving such a bad thing? I thought it was a good thing when you're moving. Like, what is going on? He was like, what? He's basically projecting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he's pissed off. Andy said, what if Simone and Cecil did the joke? Would you feel the same way? I thought that was an interesting question. Because sometimes people give people a pass depending on who.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. But he said he'd still be pissed, but I don't know. What do you think? Do you think he still would have been pissed?
I think he would have, but he probably wouldn't have went as hard as he did.
Yeah, because Cecil said that he would have came back. He'd have walked it back. But because
he would have apologized much quicker.
Doubling down.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I ain't mean to cut you off, but
no, you got it. You right.
Okay. And he said it felt like it was below the belt. And he said, and Cecil did say that. He said, since you thought it was underneath the belt, he was like, well, I was gonna say, okay, I'm not gonna laugh no more.
Yeah, he wouldn't have kept going with it, but Cecil thought it was funny. He did think it was funny, but
he said it was creative and it was funny to him.
Yep. And I think I agree, but like he said, I'm the type to, if I know I pissed you off or hurt your feelings, I'm not gonna drag it out. I'm gonna say I would have said sorry much quicker than Karen. But
yeah, especially like because my intent now how it happened and what happened, Karen could say that wasn't my intent, but because like I don't want to offend you, but he seemed like he have a problem with offending you, so then that's when we had a problem. So that's when it becomes a problem.
Exactly.
I thought it was funny too. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
I thought it was hilarious, but
I did. I was like, ooh, they came with the gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mr. Curtis, big ass, you know, I don't see it for Curtis. He had a point. He had a point. Didn't he have a point, Mo?
He did.
He did. And you know, I'm not here for Curtis, but guess what? I told you I'm gonna tell you when you're right, I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong. He said you brought up you and Toya was making fun of my infidelity scandal in the confessional, making fun of it, talking about Curtis dunked in the wrong basket and all this other stuff, the laughing and the giggling and the ha ha he he.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he did apologize. Curtis said it's still the same thing. And actually, he said that ain't nothing. The moving joke, what you did was 10 times worse.
It's true, because we're talking about infidelity. We talking about
real,
a way more severe offense. I mean, at the same time, Curtis, you can't get mad because it's your ass that did the damn cheating. So you can only get but so mad. But I get what he's saying. You kicked me while I was down, so you can't get that freaking upset because somebody did the same thing to you when you guilty of it your damn self. So
exactly,
I get it.
Exactly, he can keep his mouth closed, but I love that he brought it up though, because you know sometimes them husbands, they don't really speak, they kind of stay in the background, and he wasn't one of I felt like he's been very vocal, and that's why I don't like him, because he says little things that's kind of disrespectful and stuff. I don't like him, but I do appreciate when somebody does chime in and says something that's relevant and makes some sense. So and that's what it did for me. So then we started talking about Toya being lonely, so they stand on Eugene's neck. Okay, so now I told you they was gonna have to answer for Toya antics in this season.
Mm-hmm.
They was gonna have to answer. She said, "What are you not giving her?" He said, "Well, the last 2 years was difficult on everyone." He said he was running 2 ERs. Yeah. He was focusing on saving the world, girl. He working himself to death. And he's risking his life. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big thing. And you, I mean, lonely, Toya. I get it. I
mean, shit, we already talked about this last time. She needed to find hobbies. She needs to do stuff that makes her happy. That way she won't feel so lonely. And don't get me wrong, I get it. I've worked for doctors. I see their schedules. I've seen their schedules firsthand, and they work long hours. I mean, and I'm talking just regular doctors, not an ER doctor. I get it. His hours are not the typical hours, so she probably does feel lonely. But in that time, I do think Eugene can do better in certain aspects, but Toya is also gonna have to do some of the work within herself as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. I second that, and yes, we did talk about that last week. So
Mm-hmm.
then we move on to the P shot. Curtis says it gives length, strength, and endurance. So if y'all don't know what the P shot is, it's the into the man bone. Um, so Dr. Jackie said, no, it ain't got nothing to do with no endurance. That's all on you, boo.
She sure did.
Oh my God, Scott and his music, girl.
Oh,
Girl.
palm tree. I'm talking to palm tree. What nigga? What? What? But I won't lie to you. I kind of like the song, not his rapping, but the singing in the background, like the chorus or whatever.
Yeah, like
I
the hook,
forgot how.
the hook
Damn,
in
like,
the
yeah,
beat.
I forgot how it went, but I was like, "Ooh, I kind of like it." But I forgot. I just remember two palm trees. That's all I remember. Like he's trying to rap like he's LL Cool J, all suave
Yeah,
and
he
sexy.
took me out when he was trying to figure out. He was like, "This camera right here." I said, "Boy, if you sit your ass down."
Oh, and then Contessa in the background, like, yeah, baby, yeah. Goodbye. Ain't nobody studying Scott.
Mm, mm, mm. Oh my God. But Andy did read some of the lyrics. I guess we'll get off the song. I was gonna play it, but I was like, no, I ain't shutting my damn live down.
Hell
So
no, not for that damn song.
right. Hello. Okay, so the lyric says talking about being led astray. He said, if you take me back, I'll find my way. Don't confuse cheating with flirting. And he lost without you and lost without you. So I was like, I guess he was that was during that time they was trying. She was getting ready to leave his ass. That pseudo separation, divorce type thing that she was getting ready to do.
Mm-hmm.
So then they started talking about chapter one, chapter. You know, they to be married to medicine. I feel like they talk about sex more than they talk about medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So they showed a clip with the lady. I don't know if she. I think she was a sex therapist. I don't think she was married. She said she liked to be married and she liked to have boyfriends too. Okay. All right, Miss Wanda, part two. So
Mm-mm.
they was talking about it's about compromise. Dr. Damon Daddy, he got upset about something. I forgot. I didn't go back to get my notes. What you remember what Dr. Damon Daddy got upset about?
Yeah, because Contessa kept cutting his ass off. Damn heifer. She kept cutting him
Yeah,
off.
I have that. That was down a little
Um,
bit further.
well, I'm trying to remember what sparked his initial conversation. I think he was picking back up from the dialogue that he was trying to have that night, the same night that she cut him off again. I just remember I think that's where he picked up. He was just reiterating some of his thoughts that he was trying to convey that night when they were all together.
Mm-hmm.
And Contessa got all in her, got all
Her
defensive,
peace.
very defensive. But he was just saying, I say my piece, I say my part, I try not to get in the way. I don't want to argue with women, and
Oh yeah, that's down. That's down. Something. I can't remember what it is, so I don't want to because we're gonna skip a whole lot of stuff. So um okay, so we're gonna refocus about the penis not getting bigger.
okay. Oh, it's Toya. Mm.
Date of death. I don't know. I just don't, I just don't know what did she expect. Because even Andy, she's like, I wasn't talking about Damon penis. I just said that the penis, he said, don't get bigger. I said, girl, he's saying exactly what you said, girl. And then she trying to clean it up. Heavenly is just like, bitch, shut up. Shut up.
Yeah,
Let it go.
you digging the hole for yourself way too big.
She said, no. Okay, so she did a horrible job in trying to clean that up. Cecil tells the guy this guy Cecil tells the guys a story about Jackie and how they were golfing and asked for Curtis to come home. And when he got off the phone, he said he wasn't going home. I said, oh, Lord. So the question was from Andy, who has the longest leash? And everybody tried to say it's Cecil. I was like, lies. Curtis got the longest damn leash. Right. I was like, how y'all gonna sit up there and say Cecil? You know, goddamn well Simone ain't putting up that shit.
She putting up, but she ain't putting up that much.
Right.
And
Look, she likes her private time too, girl. You never see her own damn house, girl.
Exactly. She likes her space. So I'm gonna need Jackie to tighten the leash just a little bit so we don't have any repeats from the past. But
exactly.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. So somehow we got on this whole threesome mess. And it's so funny, y'all. If y'all listen, men shame women for want to have two men, but because two men is not going to serve the man, two women will serve him. So they call threesomes two women and one man, being them. But they call a train to one man.
I mean, this is what I feel like. I feel like in life, we as women, we know the most. There's double standards. And I just feel like when it comes to that, it's just one of those double standards where it is what it is. I don't get offended. I'm a woman. I could give a shit less. I don't expect, if you're not a gay male, I don't expect you to have to want another man in the bedroom. One. And we all know it's a double standard when it's girl on girl action. We know men think that's sexy. You know, it's just to me, I don't want to be a dead horse. It is what it is. Women have double standards placed against us every day since the beginning of time. And I just feel like I'm not losing no sleep over no nigga not wanting to have another nigga in the bedroom. I could give a damn. Because I don't want you to have baby. I don't want my man to be swinging that way. So why would I want two men in the bedroom with me? For what? So to me, that's a lame argument. I could care less. I don't need two dicks. I'm good with one.
Exactly.
I don't need two. And I don't want my man to swing the neck. I don't want my man swinging that way. So we good. But that's just me though. I respect everybody's opinion, but that's just my take on it. Cause I don't even, I'm not about to make that a whole like, pro women. I don't give a shit. I don't want my man to be, I want my man to have another man in the bedroom for what? No.
Gotcha. Okay, so then Quad, Toya, and Eugene get into it. Child, I mean, they was going back and forth. And it all started with this tweet. So, my husband is a professional and doesn't speak to women like you. We know your type. #liar. #trifling. #trollop. #Jezebel. Now, Quad, this is the tweet that Andy was trying to read, and Quad talk about this. I know what I said. He was like, but hold up, we're on a TV show. I need to tell the viewers what you said.
Right.
So Quad says, I'm sorry, I didn't Dr. Heavenly tell you, and she was atting them, not using names, atting them. You're gonna see this in your mentions. At the point, Eugene Harris, at this point, Eugina, to stay out of women's business. Sounds like I need to make you a personal basket per your wife, complete with a backbone, Cialis, Viagra, and a penis pump. #married to medicine.
I know that's right.
And then she said, oh yeah, and don't forget some tea gel to go underneath your armpits. Now what? I was like, God damn, she had to drag him like that. She didn't have to drag him like that, y'all. She had to drag him. She didn't have
I'm
to do.
not mad with Quad. I don't give a damn. I don't care what nobody say. I'm team Quad when it comes to that situation, because how punk are you to just pick on the single woman, the only single woman on the cast? You want to pick on her. You want to shame her for being single. You want to say she sleep with a married man, and then you want to question her money. So one of the main hustlers on this show since season 1, and you have the audacity to question where the hell she gets her money.
Exactly.
You, and this is what I hate about certain people in life. I can't stand people who come for you, and then when you clap back at them, they get upset. Bitch, don't get mad because my clap back was hurt your feelings and was harder than what the hell you tried to give me.
Yes.
I don't like that. Toya, you came for her first on the
Yeah.
Twitter, and she came back and clapped back your ass.
Girl.
What? We
I
even, boo. We
like
even. Shit.
right. Listen, like you don't want to tongue tussle with women because let me tell you, we will have you over in the corner crying. No,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to tongue tussle with women. That's what we do. We don't fight as much. Like I ain't talking about the younger girls, but you
Yeah.
know the older, more mature women. Listen, we've been doing this thing for a long time. We will hurt your feelings and have you over there crying, calling your mother. So don't play with me. So no, and I wasn't mad. I was not mad at Quad. And people, she does have this arrogance about her, and that's just something about her, you know. And the thing is, I love how Quad came back and she clapped back and she was like, "I already had a husband." She
Right.
the only one to have the pussy. Everybody up there having problems with their husband at some point in time. But if somebody's sitting up there dragging you, abusing you, and all that stuff, yes, I'm glad she had the pussy lips to leave him because it's about her at the end of the day. And like she said, do it look like I can't go out and get a man toy?
Okay, Quad is fine. I don't care
Yes.
what y'all say. If you don't like her or not, I'm not a hater. Quad
Child,
is bad. Quad is bad. Follow
yes.
her on Instagram. Yes, her pictures are edited, but it don't matter. Her body's bad. She looks
Bad,
good.
bad.
She is a great looking woman, and she can pull any dude she wants. So I don't like cheap shots, right? I don't like cheap shots.
Right.
She's the only single woman on the cast, and y'all come for her with these cheap shots, and it's
Mhm.
not cool. And then when she claps back, it's a problem.
Right.
So I don't get it. And I feel like Eugene did some punk shit, because I can bet my bottom dollar if Quad had a husband, a boyfriend, a man sitting behind her, he would not have yelled at her like that across the across the freaking stage. He
Lips
would
would have been
not
thick.
have done that. And you sat there. It's similar to what happened in Atlanta with Ross. You got up and you yelled at the two women that had no man there to defend. I don't like stuff like that, because you wouldn't have done it if she had a man. So don't sit there and yell at that woman. Don't
Right.
sit there and yell at her. You and Toya are not victims. She and Quad go back and forth for years. It is what it is, what it is. Sometimes Toya has the best disses, sometimes Quad does. You're not a victim. Please stop
Right.
it. Y'all are not victims. Please stop.
Right. Right. Then they have like this weird exchange about don't talk to my man, talk to me woman to woman, get you a man so he can address my man.
Mm.
And it's that whole caveman bullshit they be talking about or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Women equate value to having a man. Why? I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. Eugene says, he asked, wait a minute, he asked, what do you have against us? And she was like, nothing. And he said, well, stop talking about us. And she said, shut your damn mouth talking about me. I said, ooh. So it was a lie.
To the point that I just made.
Right.
They go back and forth. So it is what it is. Sometimes Toya wins, sometimes Quad wins. It is what it is. You're not
Right.
a victim. So stop acting like a victim. I don't like that victim mentality when you go just as hard as the next person. I don't like it.
Yeah. And then the next one, let's leave miserable Quad alone. I said, baby, your wife the only woman on stage crying. Talk
Crying about
about
how lonely lonely you are, right? So
your miserable wife is the only person, and she got a dick beside him. And then what? She's
now
still
what? Boop, bloop, bloop, bloop,
I'm just
and a bloop, bloop,
I
bloop.
said, Lord, I was like, women love throwing dicks in them. Girl, you and that dick go somewhere. Let me see. Dr. Damon Daddy introduced and said, see, this is what I'm talking about. Nobody is listening to anybody. Then he talking about, I'm Damon Kynes. Go ahead and do it. Can you do it? I can't be
Oh
nobody.
my gosh. I wish I had the notes because I'm I'm Damon Khan. All I know how to do is be me. You know, I don't try to bother anybody. I just say my piece and that's that. I try to be respectful. I don't want to argue with women. And that's that.
Yeah. Then Contessa jumps in and talk about, what does that got to do with this conversation? And Heavenly said, and that's where we go left. I said,
Uh-huh. I know that's right, Heavenly, because
she checked her real fast.
and Contessa was getting on my last nerve. The two people that got on my nerves the most out of all three parts was Contessa and Toya. They were the most irritating. They interrupted the most. They had the most eye rolling, the most ugly facial expressions, the biggest attitudes. Like them two.
Right. Just the screw face. And then she must have knew she had the screw face. Maybe somebody on break must have told her, because then all of a sudden she had this weird smile, like showing all 300 teeth in her. Girl, Contessa can go. I'm so over her. So they had this exchange about Heavenly going back to Quad and telling her about, what was said and all this other stuff. Quad was like, I'm coming. I'm gonna tell you what I said. When I told Heavenly about the conversation that I had with you, saying that you was wrong, for you may have handled that situation wrong, the intervention. Yeah, I did tell her that. And so she was like, and what? Like, I mean, it's just like y'all just be trying to just make something out of nothing. It don't even have to be that much. So Scott said, yeah, when he heard about what you was saying on the YouTube, he was taken aback. Well, you shouldn't have did it. How about that? Heavenly apologizes sincerely, but Heavenly apologizes all the time and does the same shit all the time. Then they talk about Dr. Damon Daddy checking Heavenly. He had got mad. They was questioning. They was like, does he not feel the same for his wife anymore? He was like, nah, I respect my wife. We good. Like,
right.
Like people can't have like an interaction. He was just trying to de-escalate the situation to me.
Yeah.
And so Quad and Heavenly get into some kind of weird something going back and forth or whatever. And I think they got into that because I think Quad questioned Damon about her giving an apology and doing it again. And I think Heavenly has downplayed what she said to, like, she doesn't give him the, so if the conversation was to get expounded upon, then Damon would have been hearing all this stuff that Heavenly hadn't told him. So I think she was just trying to, like, keep a lot of confusion going so she could dead the conversation. And then they started talking about something else, and then it totally got off of what Heavenly was like, no, we're not touching that. That's one thing she do not play about. She don't play about Damon.
Right.
She does not play about Damon. Let me see. Being single doesn't mean you can't handle it. Yeah, it's just some weird thing. Like, I mean, if he addresses me, I'm going to address him. And I don't understand how they think that having a conversation is going to be a fight. How does that equate to a fight? Where, if you know how to conduct yourself, I know how to conduct myself. But see, when girls get the tongue tussling, it gets out of control. But I think as a man, you have to know your limits, and then the woman has to know their limits. But I feel like people should be able to have a conversation. Like, what are y'all, like gods or something? Get the fuck out of here. I mean, like, don't talk to him. I'm like, girl, who? What is he? Yes, she was on my nerves too. With her revisionist history. We have another person in RHOP with revisionist history. We will get into that. Yes, we are over her, Miss Inga. She didn't want to hear all that in the call. She didn't, but she said she wrong 98% of the time. She said she should have been quiet. Then we start talking about masturbation, child. Talking about the old shot. We're not gonna get into it. Andy asked Quad, how many vibrators did she bring to New York? She said about 2 or 3. I love them. I was like, okay. I was cracking up. Oh God. Then they get to the strip club. Heavenly got a lot of attention at the strip club. She's like, oh, I was so offended. I did not like that one bit. Girl, your face ain't look. I was just playing. I was trying to play along. That's all I was trying to do. And then Andy says, but you don't want Damon at the strip club. She said, that's different. It's a double standard. Period. And to me, what she was saying, men don't have self-control. That's what I heard. So Jackie and Toya had sex that night, and they showed the clip. It was funny. And, Jackie said Heavenly is deflecting because she's trying to get it like I told you what she did with Quad. Did the same thing. They wrap everything up. So they played the Lost Without You, the Lost song, the Money Guns, the Champagne, the naked men coming out, the strippers that didn't strip. Child, the way Eugene was screaming Toya's name, I know something. He was like, I see you, Toya. A whole fool out of yourself.
The way he was yelling, I was like, nigga, stop yelling. You look like a punk. You look insecure. Like, cut it out. Toya.
You act like she don't know that you in that damn building. What is going on?
My God, nay.
Yeah, I think he knows. He has like a sneaky feeling that I think he knows something is up. Because I mean, I don't know. I think that whole reunion kind of got him off kilter about her, how she feels. Because this is probably him first time seeing it. Well, she said she gave him a heads up, though. She did give him a heads up. Child. Heavenly YouTube, like, oh, it was good. It was so good. Oh,
I really enjoyed it. I really
liked it. It was so good. I enjoyed that. All right, y'all. Rate the episode 1 to 10. 1 to 10. It was too much sex talk for me. But so I give it about a 8, 7.5, 8. All right.
Yeah. All right. Unfortunately, I have to bow out, you guys. So I'm about to miss Potomac. But I want to get into Robin's ass.
Girl. Don't worry.
Please make sure you get into her. Because Robin is like just when I was throwing her a bone. The first couple episodes we was feeling her because she was, she had her own opinion. She checked Giselle with the whole Candace. I was liking Robin, and then here she go. I mean, oh gosh.
Yeah.
And Ashley at the end, forehead.
Yes, go ahead. Before you have to say, go ahead and say what you gotta say and then leave.
I don't like what Ashley did. I feel like you was just at that woman's house. I know because she had the same hairstyle, so it was just a matter of days that she was over at Candace's house. And you could have said something then. You could have, just based off the fact that she gave you that same grace 2 years ago, you could have, as good karma for yourself, you could have said, you know what, let me do the same thing for her. While you was eating damn sushi in her home, you could have said, hey girl, although her defense was, well, she found out this information after the fact.
Yeah.
Womp womp, how convenient, but
Yeah,
whatever.
of course.
I just don't like, and then she gave herself away because she said something like, see, you know, how does it feel or whatever. And that's when Candace was like, okay.
It is, right?
So we're getting to the real, okay, I got you. I see you for your works. And then just Robin pissed me off, you know, her gaslighting Wendy, and bitch, you did stand up aggressively. You did walk over like you're gonna charge at her. And Charisse did have to interject a couple times to sit your ass down.
Yeah.
And I hope you feel stupid. And I can't wait till Andy calls it out at the reunion.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't really remember. I mean, this was a chill episode, so I mean,
yeah, it was only like both of those things really happening. Ain't nothing else really happening all like that.
Yeah.
But okay. Bye, Mom.
Thank
Enjoy
you
the rest of your night.
Thanks for watching. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Y'all be safe.
Yes. You too.
Thank you, Boo. All right. Bye, y'all.
All right. So now y'all get to see my big face and my big forehead in the camera. Okay. Okay. So sorry, guys. Mucus. Season 7, episode 5, the burn session. All right. Ashley and Candace gets together. Now I can't believe Candace let this girl into her house. But here we go. The last altercation at Candace's old house ended up with Ashley getting kicked out and having to come back into the house, and Candace having a butter knife in her hand and throwing it at Ashley to get out. But now we're back here. Okay. So Ashley is basically talking about the crypt keeper, Michael Darby, this divorce, separation, and that he got a vasectomy. And so when she talks about the crypt keeper, y'all, I'm confused. Because just like later on in the episode, she was defending him. This one, she seems like she's sorry that he got a vasectomy. I'm trying to get pregnant. He thinks I'm trying to get pregnant, but y'all separated, about to get a divorce, buying the house together. Is anybody else confused? I don't know. I'm just confused. I'm like, okay. All right, I guess so. I don't know. Ashley asked, can Chris just apologize if he made her feel that way and move forward? Candace was like, absolutely not. She was like, Jizzy, she be sitting up there plotting and planning on the demise of other folks. I've seen her do it, and you her friend, and you know it. So I was like, touche. They were there, and they were just basically just having like a little kiki session, a little gossip. They talked about everybody, Karen and Ray. Karen going out to the restaurants with people who ain't Ray. Wonder how that's going to turn out. Ashley was down to the bar with a hockey player. She turned red and she confessed or whatever, but she just got a meal out of him. So she say, I think I still see the guy on her TikTok. So I think they're still ticking and talking. So we'll see. Just gossiping. And I don't trust it because Ashley will use it. Ashley will come back and use it when you least expect it. So listen, I ain't here for him. Then we go to Mia and G's house. She's talking about she doesn't want to open any more clinics. They did the 25 and she needs a vacation. So she wants to go on a girls trip to Miami. She said her and G was down at the Miami girls. She was on a girls trip. He crashed the trip. He was happily married, so he said. but he was there with her and she was doing everything but pussy popping on a handstand. All right. I guess. Jizzy takes her girls to the nail salon. She does the most disgusting thing. The towel that they have down to put down for your feet to go on it, she picks it up and dabs her face like it was a Kleenex out of the clean Kleenex box. So, hey Greta. Hey Greta. I was like, Grace was like, that is disgusting. I was just like, girl, Jizzy, oh my God, I hate her. Girl, I hate to say I hate people. But she is like the worst, y'all. She's talking about the plans for the Sweet 16. Fast forward. Rob meets with the lawyer about the prenup and her options. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see nothing wrong with you doing. I don't. I don't even think they're getting married. So there's that. But I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, even though the first marriage went to shit, that was then. That's the past. We right here. So I don't see nothing wrong with it. Especially she knows that she has all these. And then look at the scandal he all up in now. She better get that damn prenup. She's talking about she's remarrying her ex-husband. She wants to have an infidelity clause. If you cheat, you get nothing. She expresses that she has all these successful businesses. And as she should protect herself because on Mad Day, he may take into account the first marriage, even though that is done and over with. And he may bring that animosity into this marriage after you've obtained the wealth. You better get a prenup, girl. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Best believe. Karen invites the ladies, well, just Ashley and Wendy actually, to a beautiful tulip farm. It was cold and windy as hell. But I love tulips. They look so pretty. I was surprised that they still, well, it might have just turned cold. I was surprised it was doing so well or whatever. Yeah, I'm for a prenup, but Rob, yes, the storyline is definitely like, Faye, you heard me when I said I don't even think she get married, honestly. Prenup, so wait a minute, prenup, so he want to cheat, but she lost all his retirement money. Yeah. You live and you learn. Like I say, you live and you learn not to be a fool again. Because, like I said on Mad Day, you know, you're not looking at the same person that you got married to with stars in your eyes. If there are stars, I don't see stars, but. So Karen says, speaking of kids, I was so disappointed not to see you or the kids at the family fun day. She said she was hurt by it, but she wants to get everyone together to air out the grievances. So she sent a mass, a mass text to everyone to get together for a burn session, air it out, burn it out, let it go, and move on. Ashley Forehead says to send Jizzy and Rob a separate text about, I know that we're not in a good space. She said, no, I'm not giving them nothing extra. You doing too much, Ashley, and your forehead. And so Wendy was like, hell to the no. So she did add that line in there talking about, while I know we're all not in a good place or whatever. So Candace and Chris is home chilling. Candace's sister comes to bring some wine. She talks about the release of the re-release of Deep Space, and that Trina wants to do the remix with her on one of her songs. Her sister didn't know who Trina was. Chris was like, you don't know who the baddest bitch is? She said, if it ain't Beyonce, I don't even know. I don't know. I said, I know that's right, girl. Beehive here. Yes, they should not get married, especially with that damn scandal. Girl, he is in trouble. He about to lose his damn job. Shit, he about to lose his job. Lose his job. Child, I don't know what is going on. So Robin said she wasn't coming, but then she changed her mind because she wanted to be nosy. Girl, you wanted to be more than nosy. She looked a damn fool. She acted a plum fool, y'all. I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie to you. She looked a plum fool. Her mom was rushed to the hospital. Oh yeah, so this thing that she's doing. So now she said that she has like what is it? What is it? Kidney stones? Is it kidney stones? Oh, this is great. Exactly. That must be what it is. She must be in her mid to late 20s or something like that. Mid to late 20s, right? She do not know who Trina is. And I said, come on, Chris, know who the baddest bitch is. I was cracking up. So Wendy, she's all obsessed with doing all this stuff. She wants to do this. I want to strike while the iron is hot. I want to, do the business, be a mom, be a wife, be a commentator, be on the show. Girl, no, there's no honor in running yourself into the ground. It is about working smarter, not harder. So I really think we need to rethink some of these things. How she is like trying to burn the candle at two sticks. Talk about she got kidney stones because she don't drink water, and she says she don't drink water because she can't be running to the bathroom all day. I was like, how old are we, girl? Mm-mm. You better put that church finger up and be like this. I ain't pushing no kidney stone out of here. Period. So she said she reflects on her mom being rushed to the hospital. They said some of her levels was elevated, so they admitted her. And that's the same thing about that strong woman trope that I tell you about with Kimmy. And that stuff affects your health. Like if you're trying to do too much and your body will start to tell you and let you know that you need to slow down. So she said if she doesn't take care of herself, she's going to end up like her. And what I say, you have to take care of yourself. So Wendy rides separately. Who did she ride with, y'all? Who did Wendy ride with? I can't remember. Jizzy almost falls getting off the bus to go to the villa. I said, that's what your ass gets. And she better drink her water and put on some she can't get to the bathroom. Okay, she was with Ashley. Good. Thank you so much. Candace has flashbacks of the infamous season 5 fight with her and Monique Samuels, baby. It was a doozy. And child, if you can't count on Candace for nothing, that girl will read. She said, we all know what happened when you bring wild boars to vineyards. Trouble is afoot. Oh God. Oh boy. Ashley Forehead is talking about the Crypt Keeper is giving her the silent treatment. Girl, cut your shit off. How about that? Mia asks, what's the burn session? Wendy explains it, kind of, what's misperceived, what is misconstrued. It's time for, somebody to tell you so you can take accountability, say an affirmation. If you don't have nothing to say to get off your chest, you can say something positive to the person. So Wendy goes first. Ashley chimes in and she says, so Wendy is the person that everybody is talking about. So Ashley chimes in and says that she's been closed off and she has a wall up, but she's slowly been changing and letting it back down. So her affirmation for Wendy is to keep her walls down and keep working towards trust. And I think most of the ladies had pretty much the same sentiment. I believe Candace said the same thing. Her affirmation was for her, fuck bitches, get money. I said, hello. Karen wished her continued growth. It was probably some other stuff in there, but Mia, you might want to burn mine. You're very dismissive, but she's proud of you. for holding this because you very rarely take self accountability. The shade. So Rob says we're oil and water and we just do not mix. There you go. Jizzy chimes in and talk about the same. And a little bit of me is too, because you don't have any accountability. Now, when production rolls the tape, when she says she has no accountability, they roll the tape to Wendy's reaction to what was done to her. So Jizzy's and Rob's complaint is kind of irrelevant to me because that's the reaction. You can't do something and don't get a reaction. So listen. But when they show Wendy's reaction to the rumors and the beef, that is where the story started from. So what is she taking accountability for? Do you take accountability for starting it? For talking about her body shaming her, talking about her husband, making tweets, talking about they must be having problems, bringing it to the show, talking about they got problems, Eddie cheating on her, all that stuff. Come on, let's be real, girl. So anyway, like I always say, start at the beginning of the story. Wendy responds in kind. She says she hears her. She responds to what she said on the paper. We are like oil and water. And she was like, okay. Well, the next thing you know, and she was like, there's some more things. Wendy said, well, that's all she said on the paper, so that's all I'm addressing. Jizzy, she starts to scream, talking about, ain't nobody got no time to be writing no soliloquy. I was like, girl, what? Girl, she is getting on my nerves. She talking about the Jizzy hate train. They rolled the footage. Wendy dragging Jizzy by that mop on her head, girl. She was dragging her. And that's why she should have kept that same energy. So when she came back, sometimes you be like wanting to be over something, but it could have just been a half of me. But her trying to fake give her a hug, girl, get the fuck out of here. You was dragging that bitch by every baby hair on her sideburn. Girl, you better sit down and keep that same energy. Ain't no way. Robin's point is that Wendy. Okay, so Rob's point is saying that Wendy is telling the girls that Robin was trying to approach her like fight, and she had to physically be restrained, which she did. She tells her not to describe her encounters like that because the language is dangerous. I'm not a thug. Wendy said, you may be so drunk that you just don't remember. I said, oh. Then she decides to call Sharissy. Child, and listen, let me tell you, I'm about to show y'all something. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Where's my Twitters? Here's my Twitter. Now, I'm so glad they showed this. This is putting my finger in your face.
My face, Robin.
Shut up. You cameras is around here. Please.
Get out my face. So you will go there. Back up my face so I choke you out with this umbrella.
Oh, please do it. That's all I'm saying. Somebody physically gets up, stands in front of you, holds both shoulders, walks you back, and that's not physically restraining. And do you know Sharissy got her ass on that motherfucking FaceTime and said, no, she did not physically restrain her? I said, you have got to be lying. I could not believe. So then Jizzy talking about, what's up with the lies? See, she just said no. I was like, bitch, you wasn't even there. Get your ass over there. Sit down and eat your food. Just he always gotta be getting up at something. So Rob starts to get irate. I don't give a. Whitney was like, you might want to control your emotions. I'm out. Everybody looking at her like this. Everybody got the dumb look on their face. Child, it was a whole mess. Let's see what you're saying. That's crazy. Talk right. Wait a minute. They didn't cut it out. That scene was in there. But I just didn't like that she called her and lied like that. Like, do y'all forget the cat? We see you, peekaboo. We see you. We're watching TV. Yeah. I don't get it. Like, what is going on? I think all the other now Robin, no, she didn't. But I thought all girl, the umbrella was she's very aggressive. She reminds me of Evelyn Lozada from Basketball Wives. Those little light-skinned heifers, no offense to anybody light-skinned on the chat. But you know them light-skinned colorist girls that think they the shit. You know they be on that bullshit. And then talking about that language is dangerous, but you don't have no problem using ferocious and aggressive and vicious about any of the girls that don't pass the paper bag test. You don't have no, even if they don't. And that's why I love that now Candace and Wendy, they was like, I got you, bitch. They are being, if you have not noticed, Candace, she will run that mouth. Wendy, they'll run their mouth in that confessionals, but they have been staying under control fully. Have not been losing their cool. Like they get up and they handle it, whatever. But what did Karen say? Karen said all the commotion is coming across on your side of the table. She said, what did she say? The evil spirit of the winery is in Jizzy and Rob. She gets up and leaves talking about fake and phony bitches. I was just like, yeah, she called them out. Now, Big Ashley Forehead brings up the spring fling and wants to talk to Candace about something. She said her friend called her and said that Chris was a little flirty with her. Candace was like, what? She was like, what is this about? She said, why didn't you come talk to me? She said, oh, I knew I would see you, so I was just going to talk to you directly. Don't you want me to talk to you directly? Candace was like, you had plenty of opportunities to do that, Ashley. Then Ashley slyly sneaks in that Candace calls the Crypt Keeper a predator every chance she gets. Candace replies, it's documented. And you remember I said this earlier. I said she is taking up for him. And I'm like, usually if you're going through a divorce with somebody and he's treating you badly, giving you the silent treatment, changing his phone number, got you blocked, why are you still taking up for him talking about it's not true and it was proven in a court of law? But we saw the tape and we saw him S.A. a man on the butt cheek. Unsolicited. So that's that moral dilemma that people have. Like if they feel like the same thing with the Bill Cosby thing, the R. Kelly thing, when he went to court about that little girl, that videotape, just because he was acquitted, it does not mean he didn't do it. It just means that the justice system has failed that girl and failed the victim. It doesn't mean he didn't do it. So you have to think about morals, your moral compass versus the court system, because you know the court system be on some bullshit. Come on. We gotta be better than that. Like, she's just dumb. Yes. Oh, okay. Ashley is stupid. Yeah, she's just stupid. I'm just like, and then so yeah, she said you gotta bring drama to my doorstep because y'all ain't got nothing going on in y'all lives, basically. And she said, oh yeah. She said that pendulum, it always swings both ways. She said, bitch, I got it. There it is. There's your motive. That's what your intent was with this whole thing. She said she was on some get back shit. She was on some get back shit, bogus. She called her a bogus ass forehead bitch. It comes from a place of vindictiveness and nastiness. And then she also said throughout that Chris been in some other DMs that's not as innocent as mine. Awesome. What you gonna do, Candace? I don't know, child. But that's where the episode went all. And child, I've been running my mouth for an hour and 30 minutes. It ain't as long as some people's lives been. I'm gonna start chopping these out. Because y'all ain't gonna be sitting up there rewatching no hour and 30-minute live. Rate the episode, y'all. It was pretty good. I think I'm gonna give it a 7.5. About that. You know what I mean? It felt like it was a little fluffy, like nothing really. That whole debacle with the burn session. I don't know why my lipstick look crazy. Y'all let my lipstick look crazy like this. Now I gotta blame it on y'all. When I'm looking at myself the whole time in that screen. Oh god. Anyway. Okay, let me give it an 8. Okay. I said 7.5, 8. What else y'all got? Y'all got 8s? 8s across the board, 10s across the board. Where y'all at? Did y'all like the stream? Did y'all like the stream? Y'all, I did it. All right, it was fun, y'all. It was fun. Had a good time. I wish a lot more people come, but I have fun with you guys too. But I'd like to see a little bit more people. I don't know why I can't get up in this algorithm thing. Well, I know I'm just returning back. Y'all, can y'all believe when I was sick and I was on my break, I lost 10 subscribers just because I wasn't uploading content? I was like, damn, 10. It made me sad. But that's okay. I'm going to get them back. You went to see Black Panther today. I actually enjoyed it. It was way too long. It was. At the end, I ran out to get to the bathroom. You got 50. Did you go right before? That's why I wasn't doing a lot of drinking. Because, normally I'll take my little 4-pack. I'll take my little drinky drinks in my purse. I had a little can of soda. It was good. Like I said, you can't walk out and say the movie wasn't good. You can say it was what you didn't want. It was what you didn't expect. Stuff like that. So, but you can't say that it wasn't good. It was very much quality. We are actually going on LAMH's channel at 9:30. He said he changed it to 9:30, y'all. Usually his live streams are at 9, but it's going to be at 9:30 tonight. And okay, so Miss Carrie, you can't come to LAMH's stream tonight because it's full-blown spoilers. Try not to watch it. I'm going to see if I can do my spoiler review with my round table of people on Sunday around 4 or 5. So Lamont and his wife Crystal said that they were going to be coming. Hopefully Mushi will be there and stuff like that, because I wanted to give people some time before I discuss spoilers on my channel. But I'm still editing my my Black Panther because I was trying to incorporate, like, y'all, I went to these screenings. They had like press out there. They had people in cosplay. So I had took all these pictures and took video and stuff. So I'm trying to dump all that stuff and get it in there and have different little segments and stuff. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So yes, just like Miss Kira said, YouTube is a lot. Just trying to compose these videos and edit them. And y'all know I love to edit. Put my little touch on things and little sprinkles of my personality in there. Love to edit. So yeah. Okay. A bottle of water. Yes, but yeah, that was it was if you sat there for I don't get there for the commercials. So so it was exactly like 2 hours and 41 minutes for me. But yeah, I didn't have to go to the bathroom though. But I think I did go before I went. Okay. Yeah. That's what I said. Like, y'all remember when I did my out of theater reaction? It's a lot of things that Black people may not like, especially Black people who are fans of the comic books and But like we said, we're dealing with something unprecedented, and so I think they did a good job with what they had. So I'm not gonna take it from them. I also know that Ryan Coogler is not working by himself. He has to work. He works as a committee. He works with the studio execs. He works with Kevin Feige. This is in a universe. So what he wants is not always how it's gonna come out. So yeah, he loved it. He loved it. And everything that I had to complain about, he had a rebuttal. I kind of want to get his little thoughts in there too, and have him do his little take. And I added to so I want to have a fun Black Panther, because I just really want to get caught up in the algorithm. I don't know why I can't get caught in the algorithm, but maybe if I do, add a little fun and pizzazz or whatever. Kevin, him and his little boisterous self. It's been a long time since we did a review together. My spoiler review is going to be on Sunday at like 4 or 5 o'clock. I hope you can make it. I hope you said you go on Sunday, right? Or you go on Saturday? I forgot what day you said you go on. Okay. Yeah. So I wanted to give people the weekend to catch it. Yeah, Brandon and Lamont, they did part 1 yesterday, and we're doing part 2 today. So yeah. So okay, y'all, I'm gonna get on out of here. Appreciate my loves. Love you. Don't forget to like the video, like the poll, do all the things, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.